I'm Alina Davenport, and today I'll be telling you about the effects of technology. So I want you to think about what age you were when you had your first phone or iPad or smartphone. In 2012, the national average for kids getting their first piece of technology was 12 years old, and now in 2016, the national average was 10 years old. So there's many effects that technology has. Child obesity rates have risen drastically over the past several decades. In 2012, child obesity rates were measured to be 18%, and this is a difference of 11% since 1980. And that statistic is from Thrive Global. Children today are glued to their phones and their gaming devices, and this leaves a lot less time for activities such as going out and being active. A recent game that has taken the web is Fortnite. So a study showed that 20% of players that played Fortnite spent 11 to 15 hours per week, and 7% of players spent over 21 hours a week doing this. And this is just one game, so most likely these gamers are also playing other games along with that. Apple also came out with a new feature that shows how much time you're spending on your screen each week. And a CNN article wrote about a lady who admitted to spending 36 hours and 23 minutes on her iPhone last week, just scrolling through Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And this is almost 2 full days of just sitting on your phone. So think about all the things you could do in that time instead of just pointlessly staring at your screen. Technology has a blue light emission that damages our eyes when we look at them, and it also has an effect on our sleep patterns, and we all know how important sleep is to our health. It also gives us headaches and strain. On the other hand, Fitbits and health apps are really commonly used, and that encourages people to exercise and get out and achieve their goals for steps and fitness. Also, technology has influenced our developmental issues in our children. So when we were kids, we were encouraged to go out and play with other kids face to face, but now children are becoming increasingly more antisocial and sedentary. A study from International Center for Media and the Public Agenda said that when they asked children to turn off their electronic devices for 24 hours, these children felt extremely lonely in that time and didn't know how to occupy those 24 hours. So that's just one day, and children already felt lonely and didn't know what to do. So think about if you had to turn off your electronics for a week or even longer. This also hinders their ability to build strong relationships with other people, since they don't have those social skills taught to them at a young age. Since they're so concerned about their technology and their phones, it's harder for them to have relationships with other people. Also, their attention spans are really hindered because the flashing lights and the constant technology is really detrimental to their brain at a young age, because our brains are really sensitive and malleable when we're growing up, and this constant technology is really harmful for that. And multitasking, so if you're on your phone and watching a movie at the same time, it decreases our attention spans, and this will leave us with a harder time focusing on things that are actually important, like doing our homework or concentrating on something. Also, children at a young age, imagination is really important for their development, and when they're constantly staring at their screens, it really takes away their need to have an imagination. If they're constantly watching YouTube videos and seeing stuff on Instagram, they don't really have to use their creative imagination. So there are negative effects to technology, but of course there are countless benefits that come with that. So in today's society, our workforce and our businesses have been really helped by technology. So for example, in big factories or in big businesses, computers are really helpful. Instead of having to handwrite everything, you can just have a bunch of information sent out with a click of a button, and technology in big factories makes workers' jobs much more safe and easy. Advertising, so businesses are able to advertise their services and their products much easier. So think about how many ads you see when you're just on your phone or walking to school or going to the store. We see about 5,000 ads per day, according to stopandblog.com, and that's just one day. Also, communication has been greatly improved. So my family is a big part of a program called EF, which is Education First, and that deals with foreign exchange students. And before, you would have to write a letter, and it wouldn't get sent to them for weeks and weeks, if not months. And now we can keep in touch with these students that become part of our family with just a click of a button, which it's not the same as being with them in real life, but it makes it, nice to be able to talk to them. So while technology has many negative effects, there are also positive effects, and technology is such a big part of our society today. There's no way it's going to be gone anytime soon, so just make sure that you know how you're using it and that you're using it safely.